Yes, sir. I am J Pitch Presents. I am your life coach. The class is definitely in session. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Oh. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh. Don't you think I'm so sexy? I'm just so fresh. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh. I love when you stare at me. I'm just so fresh. She don't want to put this on clean. She got a thing for me. She love when I step on the scene. I make her sing for me. She love when I make a new screen. Take out the bling on me. I ain't nothing less than a king. If she see that she with it, and she dig it, she love the style. And it's word of my children, I ain't tripping, won't stick around. I'm no one but the feelings, I be flipping the holy downs. I get up to the ceiling, I'ma spin it and break it down. I can show you what it means to me, baby. Ain't never coming for the real, but you my baby. Yeah, and I can turn you to a money maker. Yeah, and I like it better with no makeup. Yeah. Nobody knows me. I'm Topic Thursday, baby. Yeah. Don't you think I'm so sexy? I'm just so fresh. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh. I love when you stare at me. I'm just so fresh. She don't want so fresh and so clean. Baby, got diamonds on me. I love when the sparkle and bling. Baby, be shining on me. Half a carat rocks in my ring. Baby, I'm spending money daily. Wipe my cup on the zoo. Baby, the crown is on. Every break is so clean. Baby, every putting in work. When I step on the scene, baby, I be seeing you flirt. Let me get in between. Baby, I'm removing your skirt. Help me count up this green. Baby, I be putting in work. Always talk about you want. Baby, keep standing on them. Everything you want, you can buy. Baby, I'm crushing on you and I'm about to pull up outside. Baby, I'm waiting on you and I love the vibe when we hot. Baby, I'm feeling for you, yeah, baby. Nobody don't pass me, I'm just so fresh. Don't you think I'm so sexy? I'm just so fresh. Ain't nobody don't pass me, I'm just so fresh. I love when you stare at me, I'm just so fresh. Flow, Big 259. Big 259. I am J Pitch Presents. I am your life coach, and class is definitely in session. What you want today? You've made it primarily, majority, through the week. If you don't see that as an accomplishment, then you don't even acknowledge how blessed you really are. You can't see how blessed you really are. I don't even know if folk really truly realize how blessed they really are. I don't think you really fathom, and I'm gonna tell you something, a lot of people don't know how blessed they really are until they go through a trial or tribulation. Until they lose something. Yeah, it's Hot Topic Thursday. Why do we gotta lose something just to appreciate it? Why do you gotta go through something just to acknowledge how blessed you truly are? See, what I'm coming to the conclusion of realizing, even through doing life coaching sessions, is that folk are grown, but they're not learning through life. Folk are not learning as they go. They're just existing. You're just out here experiencing. But you're not capitalizing off your time. You're not capitalizing off the gift of today. You didn't even see today as a blessing, but other people didn't get that opportunity called today. Somebody didn't get to unravel and open up that present called the gift of life today. Why you gotta die just to appreciate life? Why somebody gotta die for you to love them or give them their flowers? You see how irresponsible we can be when we function at a low energy? If you don't see today as a blessing, your day won't be blessed. Somebody's going to literally wake up and say, I want to have a great day, but ain't going to go where greatness is. Come on, speak, God. This is your reality, starting with your thought process. A lot of you don't realize that your true activity in life is under manipulation. It's off of what somebody said or somebody else done, or what you allow to get in your eye and conflict and dictate, control how you move, the choices you make. This is your reality. True manipulation. Because you have no self-control, the ability to control thyself. You can't even acknowledge you or have true identity of you. That's why you can't see other people and what they're doing to you. You don't know yourself. You don't know yourself. You don't check in to self. See, when one does not have true identity, they have no direction, nor do they have purpose. So you got to identify, meaning reveal your true identity of self before you align yourself with anybody else. This is the point of purpose of life. Without no true identity, meaning knowledge of self, you will never have direction in life, nor will you reveal your purpose, the very reason why you're still here. But yeah, you get caught up in what the BET Awards. You get caught up in what social media talk about. You get caught up with the next fad or the next trend. But what about your own personal life? Why are you still here? Folk dying left and right, leaving this world, but you still here. Obviously, wisdom says you have purpose, but the true question is, will you reveal that purpose? And will you pursue it and live up under it? Will you attest, address, or reveal the very reason why you're here? See, some of y'all gonna come into this day thinking, like you've been thinking, like life is just a big party. It's not. Some of y'all, there are more people on the planet existing versus truly living. You're existing. You're not truly properly living. And that's your issue. That's why you can't get to where you need to be. That's why you don't have the things you desire. That's why life does not feel fulfilled or accomplishing. Why? Because you have yet to reveal your identity, which is aligned to direction and purpose. Yeah, speak God. Speak God. A lot of you sit back and waste time focusing on things that do not matter. Oh yeah, life is a big old party, but you ain't revealed none of your purpose. You've been here 30, 40 years, 50 years, and have yet discovered why God got you here. Why you still here. There is a point of purpose when it comes to your life. You ain't just here just to be here. There's lessons that when they become learned, they turn and equal into blessings. But if you don't learn, you don't earn, baby. That's why I don't deal with people who don't respect life. No. I don't deal with people who don't respect life because they'll not only ruin their life, but they'll ruin your life as well. And also waste your time. Yeah. Once I see or I pick up on your ways, I ain't got to address you or tell you that I know about you or I know the truth about you. I'm just going to move accordingly. If I care enough, I'll bring it up. I'll confront you. See, folk don't know how to confront people. That means come to them in the front of them and attest to what you reveal or what you notice about them. See, some of y'all ain't real enough to confront somebody. When you confront somebody, you come to them. That is a forward word. That is a word that means you do some type of level of action. It's an action word. So when I confront somebody about what they're doing and how they're doing, if it's not right, if I care enough, if what they're doing is affecting me, I'm going to confront them. Confront them means come to them. Front of them. I ain't got to talk behind your back. I ain't got to talk behind your back. What I say to the back, I can say to the front, baby. Don't play with me. I'll get you together. What I say to the back, I can say to the front. What I say to somebody else, I can say to you, but I'd rather go to you first before I go to somebody else. I'd rather go to the horse's mouth, so when I do go to somebody else, you are already well aware of what I said to you. So it don't come back to you. I said it to you first. See, this is how you alleviate being messy. This is why I don't deal with messy people, because messy people only have the spirit of spilling. Spilling into your day, spilling into your life. And life looks like a mess. Life feels like a mess. Why? Because of the productivity around you that is negative. Bad energy. Folk care more about an image versus their reality. They ain't working on their personal life, but they're working on their image life, meaning what they portray versus what's real. And I'm going to tell you, once I pick up on a person who moves like that, I don't want to be around you. I ain't faking it to make it. Because the reality is, if you fake it to make it, you'll never make it. Why? Because you're functioning off a false reality, trying to make it real. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to get better. You're in a video game world. You are in a fantasy. A fantasy. Other people win, but you'll never win. A fantasy. Other people accomplish things, but you'll never accomplish anything. A fantasy. God said as long as you in the stands, you're going to be a fan. Fantasy. Other people live their best life, but you never will. Because you buy into a false reality. You think it in a $3 bill. Yeah. You're going to get off my line, pigeon-toed and bow-legged, fool around with me, because the reality is you're going to need a new pedicure because I'm stepping out on your toes, baby, because you ain't real. You don't respect life. You don't have enough respect for yourself but want other people to respect you. Come on. Your activity attests more to disrespect, but you want somebody real to respect you. Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. It's Hot Topic Thursday. What are you willing to do to better your life today and your life going forward? That is the question. These are questions that you should be asking yourself. These are questions you should be addressing with self before you align your thoughts and your thought process with anybody else. It's called thought process for a reason. You got to process your thoughts. It's called thought pattern for a reason. There's a pattern in the way you think. It's called mind frame, meaning your frame has to be healthy for you to have something positive in your mind, your intellectual property. Speak, God. This might be one of the realest lives I've ever made, because the reality is you got to keep it real for you to get to a healthy reality. And God said, you know about mind frame for a reason. Now, I can't speak for some of y'all who don't take bed rest serious, who don't take life serious when it comes to quality versus quantity. But I ain't never seen a person spend $1,000 on a mattress and then buy a cheap bed frame. Come on, speak, God. Everybody know if you go cheap with a bed frame, that bed frame ain't gonna last. You're gonna be buying a new one before the year is out. It ain't gonna last because you went cheap with the frame. It's called bed frame for a reason. So God said, I know you know about mind frame because you know about bed frames. You don't go expensive on a mattress and then buy a cheap bed frame, especially something you get what you pay for. It ain't going to be sturdy. The wear and tear on it is going to end quickly. You're going to be replacing that bed frame because you went cheap with it. Well, that's how your mind frame is. You cheap with your thoughts. You always settling. That's why they call it mind frame. You have a a great intellectual property called a brain that you can invest in, but yet your frame is so unhealthy. Come on, speak, God. Speak. Your frame is unhealthy. You got a healthy brain, but your mind frame is hazardous. It's conflicting with your thoughts. So your thought process is unhealthy. Your thought pattern is bad because you created a bad pattern in the way you think, and your mind frame is not stable. Come on, speak, God. Y'all, man, I've never met and known so many unstable creatures in my life. So many unstable, spiritually unstable creatures in my life. You so unstable. Your spirit is so hazardous because the way you operate, simply by the way you think, simply by the way you get up, simply by the way you treat life, simply by the way you settle. Oh man, your spirit is so unhealthy. I've never met so many unhealthy, unstable spiritual beings. It's time for a change. It's time to develop. It's time to grow up. It's time to rise from the ashes. It's time to go to the next level. It's time to make better choices. It's time to make better decisions. Better decisions lead to better lives. But you got to get tired of you before you get tired of somebody else. True definition of tired equals immediate change. God said, when you going to get tired of feeling the way you feeling? When you going to get tired of doing what you're doing, the same old thing, getting the same old results? When you going to get tired? Because until you get tired, nothing is going to change. Come on, speak, God. Speak, God. Until you get tired, nothing's going to change. You said, when? How? God said, you think you waiting on God? No, the Most High is waiting on you. Yeah, until you get tired, nothing's going to change. You sit here waiting as if something's going to change outside of you, but you've yet to change what was inside of you. Come on, speak, God. Speak, God. You want your life to change for the best, but yet have not made no attempts to change something from within. If you don't change nothing from within, nothing can change around you. You want things to change around you, but you yet to change something that's going on wrong in you. That's your issue. That's your problem. Life is inside out, not outside in. When you gonna change? When you gonna hold yourself accountable of your choices, your poor choices, because you ain't got a rich mind? Come on, speak, God. One who makes poor choices is because they don't have a rich mind in their intellectual property. That's why I receive what I want. I accomplish what I plan. You know why? Because of my intellectual property. I don't settle. When you settle, you sell. When you sell yourself short. See, one who makes poor choices don't have a rich mind. It starts with your mind. I told the queen yesterday, I said, hey, understand this. To be successful, truly successful on the outside, it has to start on the inside, meaning with your mind. If you ain't thinking successful, don't look out and expect success to come into your life. Life is inside out, not outside in. So the seed starts in your mind. You are God's design. It's always the little things. It's always the little things. Hot Topic Thursday is always the little things. Ask the story of the tree. It's always the little things. Ask the story of the watermelon. It's always the little things. Ask the story of the cantaloupe. It's always the little things. Ask the story of the rose. It's always the little things. See, the story of the tree says, though the seed may be small, Though the seed may be small, look what it became. Though the seed may be small, look at what it became. It's always the little things in life, y'all. What up, Crystal? Blessing to you, Queen. It's always the little things. Y'all don't think little things lead to big things? It does. Y'all ain't paying attention to the small things that lead you to greater things. That's why things don't change in your life. One who makes poor choices don't have a rich mind. It's your mind frame. Nobody who has great sense will spend money on an expensive mattress but go cheap with the bed frame. You're going to be replacing that bed frame after 6 months to a year. Why? Because of the quality. The quality. That's how your mind frame is. You was blessed with a healthy brain, but your mind frame is cheap. It ain't rich. It's your thought process, your thought pattern. You make poor choices because you think poorly. Your mind frame is very cheap. That's why you can't accomplish the thing you want to accomplish. That's why you can't have the things you want to have out of life. That's why you can't reach that goal. That's why you don't have high aspirations. That's why you always settling. That's why you always mistreated, because you have a poor mind frame. God said your mind frame ain't reached. That's why things can't develop. It always starts with the mind. It's always the little things. The little things. Ask the story of the tree. These trees have been here longer than us. But we think small. It started off small as a seed going into the ground, but look at what it became. These trees around us been here longer than us. Will be here long after us. Why? Because it's always the little things. If you want to live a life that is fulfilling, if you want to live a lifestyle that's more accomplished, pay attention to the small things. Pay attention to the little things. The tree has a foundation. Why? Because it's rooted. The tree has a foundation because it's rooted. What are you rooted in this morning? That is the question. Since we're paying attention to the small things, are you rooted in pain? Are you rooted in procrastination? Are you rooted in abandonment, meaning you abandon yourself, not taking care of yourself the way you need to be? Are you rooted in happiness, success, joy, peace, tranquility? What are you rooted in? Because for a tree to last or live longer than people who have been here for centuries, they have to be rooted in something special, something that has longevity, something that's everlasting. See, the reason why you can't be happy and be successful because you ain't rooted in nothing special. You ain't rooted in nothing positive. See, you expect positivity, but you're rooted in negativity. Come on, speak God. Come on, speak God. You rooted in the wrong things. That's why you can't accomplish anything. That's why you can't get to where you need to be. That's why you can't go where you want to go. That's why you can't have what you want to have, because you're not rooted in something that is healthy. Something that is accomplishing, something that aligns and attests to longevity, something that can change your life in a healthy way. That's your issue. That's your issue. You aren't rooted in nothing special. You're not rooted in nothing special. That's your problem. And until you make the necessary choices and changes, you're not going to get the results you seek. You're not going to get the results you truly desire. Yeah, like you only got one life to live. Newsflash. You only have one life to live. What are you willing to do that's going to complement your day today? It's always the small things. It's always the little things. Why you gotta lose something to appreciate it? Why you gotta lose something to love it? Why somebody gotta die for you to give them their flowers? I'm telling you right now, please don't waste your life. Don't waste your time. Your time is valuable. The moment you see somebody that don't respect life, let them go. Let them go. Let them go. The moment you see somebody that don't take life serious, let them go. Let them go. Because your time is valuable. I don't give a flip about them. I'm talking about you. I care about you. Your time. Your time is valuable. And until you put value on your time, life is not going to be fulfilling. You're not going to feel accomplished. It's too many of y'all walking around here spiritually insufficient. Why? Because you don't put no value on your access in your time. Everybody shouldn't have your phone number. Everybody should not be able to come into your life. Everybody should not have access to your personal area, your personal aura, or come to your address. See, y'all got to start putting more value on your access and your time and make it a privilege to be that close to you. When you put more value on your access and your time, life becomes more fulfilling. Why? Because you put yourself around better quality people, better quality individuals. Great spirited people, like-minded people, successful people. This energy is contagious, good enough to sell. It has great power and great influence over you in a healthy way. Y'all love hanging around hazardous people, damaging people, low-life people, sorry individuals. Why? Because you don't put more value on your access and your time. Yeah. It's always the little things. What up, Toya? It's always the little things. It's the little things that lead to big things, to greater things in your life. If you don't, come on, speak, God. If you don't put value on the small things, you'll never appreciate the greater things God is about to put in your life. God has in store, the Most High has in store for your life. If you do not appreciate the little things, you'll never be able to fully appreciate the greater things. And this is why people lose so many great opportunities, because they don't value small things. See that child that you raising? That child that you once raised can be that child you once need when they get bigger. That could be the same child you raised can be the same child you need when they get bigger. But they was once a seed. They went from small to becoming bigger. It's always the little things. So if you raise a child right, you raise a child properly, hey, that same child you raise can be the same child you need when they get bigger and you get older. It's always the little things. If you don't appreciate the small things, you'll never be appreciative of the greater things or the bigger things to come. These blessings will pass you by. Why? Because you ain't qualified. Y'all allow a great opportunity to pass you by because of your lack of maturity. Your lack of knowledge of self. You not knowing, one who does not have true knowledge of self and identity has no direction, nor do they know their purpose in life. So you wasting time by not knowing you. And people who know you don't know you take advantage of you because you don't spend time with yourself. One who does not have true knowledge of self don't have direction in life. Life ain't fulfilling, nor have they revealed their purpose. You always living for everybody else, but when you gonna live for yourself? When you gonna make you a priority? When you gonna bet on you? When you gonna put some money up on self? When you gonna get you together? You're always concerned about everybody else, but God said, when you gonna check up on you? This is why I do the Wellness Check Wednesday, because I'm teaching people to check up on you, then check up on your people. Because you can't do nothing for nobody outside of you until you've done it for yourself, mastered it for yourself first. Nobody can do out until they've done it first from within. Come on, speak, God. Speak, God. You can't love nobody outside of you until you first learn how to love yourself first. You can't help that help can't help nobody If you don't know how to help yourself, you are not qualified to help other people. This is how you become spiritually and physically bankrupt. Because you in need trying to fulfill somebody else's need. You a fool. You a fool. And you didn't have to go to school to get this dummy certificate. Because somebody that's in need can't fulfill somebody else's needs. If you ain't got you together, you can't help nobody keep themselves together. Life is inside out, not outside in. It's always the little things. It's the small things that lead to greater things. Ask your problems. Some of y'all will take a rock and turn it into a mountain. It's always the little things. Some of y'all can take an idea and become a millionaire. It's always the little things. You got to appreciate the small things to be appreciative of greater things to come. Proverbs even says a person who is ruler and appreciative of the small things will be a ruler and a leader over greater things. Our God is saying if you can't do it down here, you ain't qualified to do it up here. If you can't do it as an employee, you can't do it as a boss. You ain't qualified to be a boss because of how you operate down here. But if you're an employee but got a boss mentality, when the opportunity comes, you'll be qualified. You'll be ready. You will supersede all expectations, but it starts with the mind. You are God's design. It starts with your mind. To see success going out or around or accomplished within your life, you got to think successful first. It starts, life is inside out, not outside in. So to seek success, one has to think it first. Come on, speak, God. Speak, God. Folk think life is just a big party. You just a fool that don't see the value in your time. I'm not saying you shouldn't have no good time. I'm not saying you shouldn't take advantage of your leisure time, but your priorities got to be in order. When you out here partying, having a good time, but you ain't got your business straight, you just very irresponsible. You very irresponsible. Yeah, you irresponsible. You function like a child. You're very immature. How you out here in the streets partying, playing, but you ain't got your bills paid? How you out here parlaying, but you behind on some of your bills? How you out here running the streets doing this, that, and the third, but you ain't got your priorities in order? You just an old fool. You just irresponsible. You're very childish. And when people pick up on how you operate, folk ain't gonna want to deal with you. Not no real one. Not no real woman. Not no real man gonna want to align themselves with you because of how you operate. It's always the little things. How you out in the streets, but you ain't got your house clean? How you out in the streets, but you ain't got yourself together? How you out in the streets and your money ain't right? How you even having sex with people and your money ain't right? See, y'all folk sit out here irresponsible, wonder why your life is the way it is, but you never paid attention to the little things. Little things lead to greater things, good or bad. Little things lead to greater things, good or bad. So when I see a person out here in the street function, but I know they ain't got their business straight, oh yeah, I know you just an irresponsible individual, and I know not to align myself with you because energy is the only thing that cannot be destroyed but yet transferred. So if I align myself with somebody that's sorry, if I align myself with somebody that's irresponsible, if I align myself that ain't taking care of their business, that stuff can affect me. That stuff can fall on me. I can practice or inherit that activity. That's why you got to be conscious of who you give access to in your time. Put more value on your access in your time and life will become more fulfilling. Folk care more about what they portray versus their reality, and that's why they're suffering. Y'all live in hell on earth right behind closed doors. Social media, your life is great. In the virtual world, your life is great, but in behind closed doors, baby, in reality, your life truly sucks. You live in hell on earth. Hell on earth. I didn't ask you how your virtual life is because that's not real. That's the matrix. I'm asking you how your real life is, your reality versus your fantasy. Oh, folk don't want to have that conversation. Folk don't want to have that conversation because you're faking in a $3 bill. Folk don't want to have that conversation because you ain't real. Folk don't want to have that conversation because you out here faking it to make it. And guess what? Newsflash, you'll never make it. Why? Because you're walking and functioning of false pretense, trying to portray that you're living one way when you're living a totally another way. I'm telling you, y'all got to beware. And if their person is you, you need to change, fool. You need to change and get yourself together because you're wasting time. As long as you focus on your fantasy, you will never better your reality. You'll never get to where you truly desire to be as long as you keep faking it to make it. One who does not have true knowledge of self, meaning revealing their identity, has no true direction in life. They have no true direction, nor do they know their purpose as to why you still here. If you don't think you got purpose in life, knowing that you're alive this morning, knowing that somebody else died, somebody fought trying to make it in today and didn't make it, you got to be a whole fool. There's a great reason why you're still here. There's a great reason why you're still alive. It's your job to reveal it. It's your job to find your true identity and reveal true knowledge of self so life can have a direction and you can reveal your purpose. Because there's a true reason why you're still here and why Joe Blow is not. So I love y'all, man. It's always the little things. Small things lead to greater things, but it's contingent upon if it's positive or negative. I'm not turning a rock into no mountain if it's unhealthy. I'm not turning a rock into no mountain if it's unhealthy. Y'all will take something so small and make it big and have it ruin your day and your life going forward. You need to stop. You need to grow up. You need to mature. You need to accept the things you cannot change and have the wisdom to know the difference and stop waking up focusing on things you cannot control nor you can change. Because this is a great opportunity for you to waste a day. And anybody who will pimp, trick, and hoe a day will pimp, trick, and hoe a life. You'll waste your whole life focusing on stuff that don't even matter. If you can't control it, if you can't change it, you got to let it go. Hello? I'm talking to you. If you can't change it, baby, if you can't control it, you got to stop focusing on it. These situations will literally ruin you because you will waste so much time focusing on things that do not matter to you. How about focusing on some things that does matter? Things that can change your life for the best. Things that can make you happy. Things that can make your life feel more fulfilling. You're focused on things you can't control and change, but you say you want to have a blessed day. To have a blessed day, you got to go where things are blessed. To have a great day, you got to go where greatness is. To be happy, you got to find where happiness is. You got to build it from within yourself and then align yourself with other people that are happy as well. Because they can be a support system to your own personal happiness. A support system is designed to support you and what you should already be willing to do for yourself. But y'all don't want to have that conversation. Y'all want to live in a virtual world. Y'all want to portray. Y'all want to fake it to make it, but never get to where you truly desire to be or where God is taking you. See, you got your own little plans, but life has a greater offer. You got your own little plan. God said your plans are so small. If your goals don't scare you, they ain't big enough. Where there's very little guarantees, there's great possibilities. With life, you live and you die. Those are your only two guarantees. You live and you die. And you're going to be dead a lot longer than you are alive. So all God is saying that you need to put more value in your time. Ask George Washington. He was alive a certain amount of years and he died. The world's been here longer than he's been alive. So you need to put more value in your time because the world's going to be here a lot longer than you live. Facts. But you don't put more value in your time. You don't love yourself more. You don't make it your mission to invest in things that's going to align you with greatness, positivity,
great health, love, peace, tranquility. You got to go where it shows. You got to go where it grows. So to tap into greatness, you got to go where things are great. To accomplish things in life, you got to be around people who accomplish stuff. To become rich, you got to hang with other rich people. So your success is contingent upon your alignment. It's called mind frame. If you make poor choices, it's because you don't have a rich mind frame. Rich or things that are positive or things of great quality does not rest in your mind. When I want something, I seek nothing but the best. When I have a desire, an aspiration, or a goal for something, I never settle. I don't care if I'm statistically the least likely person to receive it. But the reason why I do receive it, the reason why I do accomplish it is because my mind frame is rich. I believe I can have whatever I have. The Lord will give me my heart's desire. I believe it. I can see it. I can feel it. I attest to it. I speak to it. I write to it. I believe it. I accomplish it. I know I can have it. I know I can get it. There ain't no if and buts or about it. See, you an if person. You like, maybe so. No, I can have whatever I want to have. I can get whatever I want to get because of my mind frame. It's the energy you put behind the words. It's what words you live up under. You got to change your mind frame. Because when your mind frame has poor choices, it means you don't have nothing rich up here in your intellectual property. You're no different from a person who spent a lot of money on a mattress but buy a cheap bed frame. Come on, man. You know that bed frame ain't going to last longer than 6 months to a year because you went cheap with the bed frame but went expensive with the mattress. And that bed frame can't hold that good mattress. Well, if your mind frame ain't healthy, you can't hold good thoughts. As quick as them good thoughts, them rich thoughts come, it comes and it goes. Why? Because you got a cheap mind frame. Come on, speak, God. I'm teaching somebody right now. I'm helping somebody right now. You got a cheap mind frame. That's why I can't hold good thoughts. That's why I can't hold positivity. That's why your mind can't develop. That's why greater things can't come into your life. Because you got a cheap mind. Yeah, your brain has the opportunity to do greater things or think greater things. Your brain has great potential. But your mind frame, your thought process, your thought pattern is very cheap. You went cheap with how you feel. You went cheap with how you operate. You went cheap with your desires. You went cheap with your goals and aspirations. And when you do get a good thought, because of your cheap mind frame, you don't attest to it. You don't align to it. You don't stick with it until you accomplish it. Have you ever seen a person want something? Have you ever seen a person set a goal and they're excited at first, but then as they get along the way of pursuing it, they stop or quit? You know why? Because their mind frame. You are no different from a person who bought an expensive mattress with a cheap bed frame. You can't accomplish nothing. You get excited. Consistency beats intensity. Why? Because intensity can get you excited about it, but it's not enough to help you finish. Intensity can get you excited about it, but it's not enough to get you to complete what you seek and desire. Yes, sir. You need consistency because consistency can put you in position to keep going when you don't feel like it. Keep going until you accomplish the goal. Keep going until you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Consistency beats intensity. All I know is to keep showing up. All I know is to keep going. All I know is to finish what I started. So what you willing to do? You only got one life to live. And where there's limited guarantees, there's great possibilities. In life, where there's very little guarantees, there's great possibilities. You can be whoever you want to be. You can have whatever you want to have. You can get to where you ever want to go. But it starts with your mind. If it ain't up here, it never existed. If it ain't up here, it never existed. If you can't put it up here and keep it here in your mind frame, it never existed. It's your mind frame. Y'all the type of individuals that spend money on an expensive mattress but buy a cheap bed frame. Oh man, you have do stuff. That bed frame ain't gonna last 6 months to a year. You get what you paid for. So if you go like that, if you live like that physically, you're gonna live like that mentally. If you can't put it in your mind, it never existed. It's a nothing burger. Your mind is the biggest muscle on your body. You need to flex it more. That's your reality. That's why things can't come to pass. That's why you can't accomplish the things you accomplish or the things you do desire. Why? Because you don't keep it up here. Some of y'all can't put it up here. That's why they don't come to fruition. Some of y'all can get it up here but can't keep it up here. That's why you can't achieve your goal that you desire. It's your mind frame. You have an expensive mattress, which is your brain. But you went cheap on the mind frame, your thought pattern, and your thought process. It's always the little things. It's always the little things. It's always the little things. The story of the tree said, I once was small, but now I'm big, baby. I once was just a little seed, but it took some soil. It took a little bit of rain. It took a little bit of sun. And now I'm big. Excuse me. The story of the tree said, I started out small, but now I'm big. Now I'm refined. Now I'm stable. Now I'm rooted. See, you are no different from the story of the tree. These trees I have lived longer, centuries longer than people have lived in their life. These trees have been here forever. But the reason why these trees outlive people is because they're rooted in something that is sufficient. Come on, speak, God. They're rooted in something that is truly sufficient. If you want to be successful, happy, life becomes more fulfilling, life is more accomplishing when you need to make sure you're rooted in something that is aligned to longevity, something that is positive, something that is healthy, something that is peaceful, something that is going to inspire you to be your best you. It's what you're rooted in because it's always the little things. People who pay attention to detail of the little things will always be prepared for greater things. You shouldn't have to lose something to appreciate it. You shouldn't have to lose something to see the true value in an individual. All God is saying, you know what, this is just a teachable moment where you're either going to learn and earn or you're going to function off a cycle, which is a generational curse. Because you don't know no better and you wasn't properly raised. Your parents failed you because they did not prepare you for life, teach you lessons, principles, universal laws, values to life. If you don't learn, you don't earn, baby. You got to start making better choices. Because when you make better choices, you're just going to live better lives. It's simple, baby. You got one life to live. Those who love and support me, like and share. Like and share. My tip jar, if I inspire you some type of way, bless my business, my tip jar is right there pinned up. But I want you to live your best life on this Hot Topic Thursday. You only have one life to live. Make it your mission and make today count in large amounts. I love y'all, man. Like I always say at the end of my lives, hey, peace and love. Before I always say peace and love, I always say, you ain't know my life for me. You ain't know my life for me. You made that choice to come in my life. That was your choice and your decision. Hey, nobody put a gun to your head to come on my live. You chose to come on my block. I hope what I've said have inspired you to live your best life going forward, holding yourself accountable to make better decisions that's going to lead to a better lifestyle. A better lifestyle. I always say at the end of my life, peace and love. A man functions off peace, a woman functions off love. If you take that man's peace, he's going to seek peace in some other person, place, or thing. If you play with that woman's love, she's going to seek love in some other person, place, or thing. These are facts. You're going to pay the stupid tax of life, the prepayment penalty, if you don't appreciate good people. And anything that is God sent, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. So if you don't appreciate good people, okay, God will deter their heart. The scripture says God has access to all spirits, mind, hearts, body, and soul. God will deter them from you because you ain't doing right. You ain't living right, and you ain't treating them right. And you're going to pay the stupid tax of life when God brings you to the front of the congregation of their life, that good man, that good woman that was God sent to you to align you, to help you, to develop you. And you're going to pay the stupid tax of life, a prepayment penalty. And you're going to witness that good man and that good woman living happy, peaceful, successful with somebody else. Because you were a fool and you didn't have to go to school to get this dummy certificate. Get your life together. Get you together. Make better choices and decisions. Change up. Make some choices today that's going to complement your life or bring more smiles. You ain't smiled in a month. You ain't smiled in 90 days. Can't even remember the last time you really felt true joy. Joy is happiness at its fullest form. So if you ain't been joyful before, it's because you're not practicing being healthy consistency. Happy consistently. I'm telling y'all. Do better. Make better choices. And you'll live better lives. I love y'all, man. You only got one life to live. What are you willing to do that's going to better you today and your life going forward? I am J. Pitts Presents. I am your life coach. And class is dismissed. Let's go, baby. Hot Topic Thursday. What is it? The little things. The little things. It's always the little things, baby. Little things lead to greater things. Yeah. Greater things.
Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm dressed so fresh. Don't you think I'm so sexy? I'm just so fresh. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh. I love when you stare at me. I'm just so fresh. She know I'm so fresh and so clean. She got a thing for me. She love when I step on the scene. I make her sing for me. She love when I'm making them scream. Check out the bling on me. I am nothing less than a king. She said that she with it and she dig it. She love the style. And that's word of my church and I ain't tripping. Won't stick around. I'm no one but the feelings. I be pimping the holy down. Stack it up to the ceiling. I'ma spin it and break it down. I can show you what it means. Sing it, baby. Ain't never coming for the green, but you're my baby. Yeah, I can turn you to a money maker. Yeah, and I like it better with no makeup. Yeah. Nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh. Don't you think I'm so sexy? I'm just so fresh. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh. I love when you stare at me. I'm just so fresh. She know I'm so fresh and so clean, baby. Got diamonds on me, I love when the sparkle and blink, baby. Be shining on me, half a carat rocks in my ring, baby. I'm spending money, baby. Wop a cup on the zoo, baby. The crown is on me. You be fresh and so clean, baby. You be putting in work. When I step on the scene, baby, I be seeing you flirt. Let me get in between, baby. I'm removing your skirt. Help me count up this green, baby. I be putting in work. Always talk about you want, baby. Keep stunning on them, everything you want, you can buy, baby. I'm crushing on you and I'm about to pull up outside, baby. I'm waiting on you and I love the vibe when we hot, baby. I'm feeling for you, baby. Nobody dope as me. I'm met me, I'm just so fresh. So fresh and so clean.
Yeah. Today gonna be a beautiful day. That it starts with your mind. You are God's design. I am J Pitts Presents. I am your life coach, and class is dismissed. Time is of the essence, and it starts what? Right now. Right now, make a decision. It's all on you, baby. It's all on you, kings and queens. I need you to make some choices today that's going to make the future you look back at the you of you today and say, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the younger you making better choices to better the future you. Hello? Today going to be a beautiful day. I love y'all, man. I'm out.